Are you and John?
Yeah.
You said 17:15.
Well, it's okay. So John 17, let's see, 15 says, "My prayer is not that you take them out of the world, but that you protect them from the evil one." And I read that, and in that, I felt like the Lord expounded this lie that so many people believe. If the Lord is supposed to protect you from the evil one, then why are all of these Christians suffering and struggling? This, without understanding who the Lord is and what He's really given us, who we are in Him, this causes you to doubt. If He's supposed to, if Jesus is saying, "My prayer is not that you take them out of the world, but that you protect them from the evil one," how many Christians really feel protected from the evil one? You know? I certainly didn't. And even in talking with Mark today, it was more like, well, each person. But it's if you cling on to this, that He'll protect you from the evil one, and you still feel tormented, or you're still struggling, or you're not getting the breakthrough that you hoped for, or you're still having these thoughts that, you're not going to feel protected. And if you don't feel protected, then all of a sudden, God isn't answering. God isn't doing what He promised He would do. So either there's something wrong with God, or there's something wrong with you, that you don't deserve His protection, or He's just not protecting you. When the reality is, when you said yes to Him, He gave you everything you needed to be protected. You just say yes to it. That has to be revealed, And so I absolutely do believe that I'm protected from the evil one, because I know what's in me. I know who is in me.
Yeah.
So I'm protected.
Yeah.
And, things can try and come at me, but they never get inside. And He and I are in constant relationship. So what can happen to me? I'm His.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't think that way before.
Mm. Yeah.
And so it was just reading in that little spot, like, He said, don't take them out of the world, but protect them from the evil one. And I don't know a lot of people who feel protected.
So I had this thought that I gotta say, because I keep forgetting it, but that many times you have said through this revelation, revelation that God's given you, that it's either yes to God or it's demonic.
Mm-hmm.
And you're talking demonic?
The evil one?
I mean, but even a thought that's not truth does that pertain to this scripture?
A stronghold?
We're not, yeah.
Yeah. Thoughts, fiery arrows that don't line up with God's truth, that's from the evil one. Strongholds, where the enemy hides. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not fully... Keep going. I'm still chewing.
That's all I got.
Yeah. I told you this before, but the whole black and white concept was not popular.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm pretty, I think I've been very black and white, but I think a lot of it's been in my own understanding and, the whole wanting to be right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Versus being, but gosh, it is just getting more and more black and white. Truth.
Yeah.
It's one way.
Yeah.
It's that narrow.
Yeah.
Man, that scripture, to me, every time it's brought up, man, that just goes, it brings it right down to...
Which the narrow is the...
Yeah, broad is the gate and wide is the path that leads to destruction, and many be there that go in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's King James, I think, because it's on that video. How many times have I seen that video? And then narrow and straight is the path that leads to life, and only a few find it. That's the truth.
Yeah.
Jesus, period. It's done.
And the thing, man. And I used to think it was just non-Christians. And I don't know anymore.
Mm.
There are too many Christians who do not live surrendered and submitted to God. Who do not live their lives according to the Bible, believe the Bible, strive to perform the Bible, but do not live according to God's truth. And there's a difference, and I didn't realize that, and there's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
And that's heavy. And that's
That's
scary.
really heavy, yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Because it turns it makes that wide path a lot wider. And the narrow path a lot more narrow.
Mm-hmm.
And that urgency, like,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot more urgency.
Because I've prayed this before. Lord, and I hate to even say it, but I don't have this grief, this passion for the lost. I mean, of course I do,
Yeah.
because but it's not. It's in here.
Yeah. For me, it was an obligation. Like, I need to feel bad for you.
And have a heart for the lost, and really want to just do everything possible to,
Yeah.
share the gospel. And just, I'm like, I'm sorry, something's not clicking,
Yeah.
because I know that's, people talk about it and this and that. But this that has to be. I mean, I hear it. I feel in it.
Yeah.
That's, Lord. So I'm just asking for more. I know
Yeah.
it's done. I know, but just more of that.
Oh, no, I think that's good. Yeah. Increase, Lord.
Mhm.
More.
Yeah, because.
More of that urgency. More of that, like, just desire to share. And not outside of his, outside of obedience. But I think just in all things, truly displaying his love for everybody we meet, everybody that we're in contact with. Not out of obligation, not because we have to,
Yeah,
but because
yeah.
that is who we are,
Yeah.
and that's who he is.
It's natural.
Yeah. And and it happens naturally in the nature of our new spirit, because it's also important. Because it's important to the Lord,
Yeah.
Not because we need to do it, but because the Lord is like, they're important to me.
Yeah.
So,
I was,
oh, here.